Lesson 107.
Mir, dir.
Lisa, I know I keep saying this over and over, but one thing we don't want our listeners to do is to mispronounce the letter R at the ends of these words. We don't want them to say mir and dear.
Yes, indeed. No, it's much more open than that. Mir, dir.
I think the reason I keep bringing this up is because it's just so counterintuitive for many English speakers. We're just not used to this. Some English speakers are used to not saying the R at the end. For example, people from England, or perhaps people from the northeastern United States. But for a large segment of English speakers, they need to pay attention to the pronunciation of this R here and make sure they don't pronounce it with a closed R sound at the end, like mirror. So think of this as a friendly reminder. So the main thing we're studying here in this lesson is, well, first of all, that pronouns like definite articles and ein words, pronouns can have cases too. So in this lesson, we're learning the dative case form for the word I and for the word you. So now we can say sentences like, someone is helping me, or I'm helping you. Because in order to say that kind of sentence, Lisa, we must use the dative case with the verb for helping, right?
Right. So mir is the corresponding form for ich, and dir is the corresponding form for du.
And so I made this little chart here to demonstrate that. We have the nominative case, which is ich, right? And then accusative and then dative. And that just helps you mentally see how these different forms of this pronoun relate to each other.
I guess in English, it only really happens with the I, doesn't it? The I becomes me.
That's right. We have basically two forms. I when it's the subject of a sentence, and then me when it's the direct object of a sentence or the object of a preposition. But through word order, we can have a kind of a dative case in English. For example, this example sentence underneath the chart, this first chart, we have an example sentence that says, my mother is buying me a car. In English, when we put the words in that particular order, the word me is, in my mind, very much like a dative case word. It's just a dative, maybe not in form, but as far as the way the word order is expressing it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Speaking of indirect objects, we can use mir and dir as the indirect object in a sentence, like if someone's giving something to me or giving something to you.
Yeah,